What's up, YouTube? It's Corey from KP Aquariums coming at you on a Friday. Man, Friday is just too easy, so I'm just gonna stick with it on Mondays because it's kind of my thing. But with that being said, I have to show you this one thing today because well, one of the last videos I put out, I was asking about how to get my plecos over here, what I need to do to kind of trigger them to spawn. They spawn. One of the suggestions was to go ahead and throw on some berry white. I thought that was funny. I didn't do that, and I came back the next day and there was a big pile of eggs in there. So I wanted to show you guys that. I've been doing a bunch of work on this other tank. So yeah, let's see. So this tank up here, currently filling back up. Had my electric blue Acaras in it. I moved them down to here temporarily. So they will be going up into this tank. But here's a new addition. Boom. Got it plumbed out with the standpipe. And there's my water line running into it. As well as, let's see, this one here. Here's my water line for this tank. And I got my drain plumbed in. So yeah, 2 tanks now dump into this. So super excited about that. Unfortunately, it's a top tank and I'm gravity fed from across the room, so you see how slow the flow is here. It's a lot better if I put it into lower tanks, but that'll take about an hour or so to fill up. I got sponge filters laying up there, so it stayed wet the whole time. Hang on back, stayed in. I just moved it over to this tank, so it's stayed good. The substrate, I added a bunch of black diamond blasting sand, but I still have the original kind of blue substrate in there. So I rinsed that all out really well with super hot water. Because I did have a little bit of cyanobacteria problem in here, which I would expect that to clear up with regular water changes. So, but yeah, ooh, let me show you this. Look at them back there, big old pile of eggs. That is awesome. So I'm super excited about that. I will chime back in here shortly when this thing fills up. Now, I know I don't have the acrylic pieces on the top there. You know, the fingers like that, as it were. Those are coming in next week. And prepare yourselves for that, YouTube. I need you guys to take the weekend. By the way, if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, because next week I am going to blow your minds. I got some pieces coming in that are going to be those weird pieces. I am super excited about it. So I'm saying, I just want you guys to take the weekend, prepare yourselves so I don't hurt your brains next week, because it's just, at least I think it is. I couldn't be happier and more excited to get these things in stock. Alrighty, YouTube, I am back. So, got the tank filled up. One little minor issue, but yeah, let me show you. Alrighty. So, I just now dumped all the substrate back into it, so naturally it's a bit cloudy, but that'll clear up. So you see that far from the top there, when I add those weir pieces in next week, that'll allow the water level to raise, you know, so it'll be real similar to this guy, if not completely hidden by the trim. So that's the other benefit. I get to add, you know, what, I don't know, 4 or 5 gallons of extra water that, you know, that weren't in that tank before, now that I'm doing this. But yeah, got 2 hoses draining out into my tub there. Awesome. Now the issue is apparently I didn't get my bulkhead quite tight enough because I'm leaking a little bit, which I'm not sure if that's that big of a deal because it's leaking right down into this tank. I don't know. But like I said, stay tuned for next week when I'm gonna be gluing some things onto those tanks. Man, they're gonna blow your mind, I promise. Check this out. Focus. She is holding insane. Her mouth is huge. So, and that's currently the debate that I have with these larger tanks with cichlids in them. I don't know. Like, I mean, you see, I've already run out of tank space and had to, you know, shuffle a bunch of fish around and, you know, change things up so that I can make room for, you know, fry that are growing up. But I don't know. That's kind of my terminal debate. You know, do I pull the fish? Do I strip the fry? Do I keep them? Problem is, this tank, I don't know who Dad is, so that's kind of my issue. Oh, 1 second, I want to show you the 240. Something kind of cool happened. Alrighty, YouTube, so here go the 240. Showed you guys this before. Not too much has changed in here. I am, however, planning on taking some of these pots and rearranging them. I want to get some large, and I know they're African cichlids, but I'm pulling it off in my 100-gallon. I got lots of plants in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of make a barrier here with, like, you know, 2-3 pots, and then put big plants in them so I can kind of divide the tank in half and have big sight breaks and whatnot. But anyways, here's what I want to show you. So all of this chaos with all of these adult fish, look what happens. We call him Mike. We actually discovered him about, or her, I don't know, about a month ago. And he's been steady. Before, he was just completely underneath this pot, but now he's just about big enough that they can't eat him anymore. And you see, he's venturing out. He's getting more and more brave every day. So that to me is just kind of super neat. Just kind of seeing where fish end up and what they do. But check this out. Notice this down in my sump. I don't know if you guys will be able to see him. Yeah, there he is. See that? Another little fish made it down in the sump. And check that out. That guy's got crazy blue fins and everything. He's pretty sizable too. So I mean, understand what happens. They got to go through that overflow, down here, down through there, down through my filter pads, down through the drip plate, the filter pads, all the lava rock to make it out down here. So that guy's a little trooper. And that guy. So I wanted to show you guys that because that's just super fun for us to come out and, you know, take a look at Mike and where's Mike at? You know, so I don't know. It's just neat to see that he survived, and he's a little survivor in this tank that otherwise, you know, because I got to figure that all of his brothers and sisters didn't make it. He did. So, like I said, he's super inspiring for us. We like to watch him and check him out every day. Also, by the way, almost my entire fish room is fed from Brine Shrimp Direct Food. And this cichlid flake that I just got recently is amazing. Everybody loves it. everybody loves it. So, I mean, it's like I throw some in there, it's like I just started to riot in the fish tanks. So, yeah, highly recommend Brine Shrimp Direct Food. Like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. Fish on, guys.